Cozie Homies! Welcome back to the zone! Okay, so today is Monday of week 4 and I'll be filming a week in a live vlog. So now I'm at my room at PGPR. I just dropped down my bags and my clothes and everything. So my tutorial will be starting at 12 noon, which is about 40 minutes from now. I will be taking a bus to head over to class. Yeah, and this will be my first ever political science tutorial. Quite excited. Kinda did my readings a few weeks ago, but I kind of forgot some of it. Hopefully I can still participate actively later. Yeah, so now off I go! Hi everyone! Okay, so I just finished my political science tutorial and honestly, like my brain is like so dead already because like for today's tutorial, right, what we mainly did actually was we had a discussion about the readings that we had for like 2 weeks ago. But the thing is, because right, I read the readings like so many days ago, right, I kind of forgotten some of the content, so like the discussion was a bit tough for me. But overall, I think it's not too bad. I actually enjoyed myself. Yeah, it's fun. It's about a bit like thought-provoking, I would say. Like to actually think about a lot of things. And then like basically our topic just now was about I'm not sure if I can say this, but it's like a bit more like political issues like regarding state territory, sovereignty, and something along those lines. I had a lot of fun with the lesson just now. But yeah, I'm just really tired. And now I have a quick 1 hour break before I move on to my next tutorial, which is for econs. So for this semester, right, my econs, I'm taking this math module kind of. So I'll be doing some like calculus, mainly calculus I would say. So yeah, I finished my tutorial homework yesterday. Now I just like take a quick rest. Maybe I'll do some readings. Maybe I'll watch some lectures. So yeah, just waiting for class to start. Yeah, I'll catch y'all later. Hi everyone! Okay, so now I'm back after the econs tutorial. Yeah, honestly, I feel like my brain is fried again. Yeah, because this econs mod is more like math, right? So it's like, I kind of feel like I forgot a lot of my JC math already because like it's been more than 2 years since I've done math. It's like quite hard to remember all the differentiation rules and things like this. I kind of get stuck sometimes. Yeah, I'm so tired. And I think because the past weekend, right, I've been going out, meeting my friends for like a Chinese New Year reunion. Then I was editing 2 YouTube videos. I'm not sure if you all have seen it, my new videos, trying out the Bondi app as well as Ava Max's new album's reaction. So I'm kind of tired now. Like usually I'm somebody that like abstains from caffeine. I don't really like taking caffeine, but today I got my own cup of tea. Yeah, so yeah, I think I really need this like midday caffeine boost lah. So yeah, now I have about like 1.5 more hours before my next tutorial starts. So I'll probably use this time to catch up on some homework, watch some online lectures or something. Hi everyone! Okay, so I'm finally back in my room. I finished my tutorial around like 7:30 just now, and now it's already like about 8:45, almost 9 PM. I just had my dinner. Excuse my messy hair, my eye bags and everything. Yeah, it's been a really long day. For the tutorial just now, it was for a module called HSA 1000, which is studying like Asian connections and everything. So essentially, right, like what we're learning is about like the concept of Asia, how it came about, and then we have some themes. So like the theme for the past 2 weeks has been on like migration and diaspora. It's about like how like in this like Asian continent or whatever Asia means, right, there's a lot of like movement of people, movement of goods, movement of many things. Yeah, so for our very first tutorial for this module, we are tasked to do like a show and tell kind of thing, basically to bring an object that represents Asia to you. So let me show you what I brought to class today. Yeah, it's a plate. Okay, so y'all can guess how old this plate is. and yeah, it's actually more than 55 years old, I would say. So essentially this plate, right, is actually a gift that my grandfather gave to my grandmother's family when they got married. So it's really ancient, it's almost as old as Singapore. And yeah, so this represents Asia to me because it represents like continuation. It represents the passing down of like family traditions, values and culture. So like I think they use this for some like I don't know tea ceremony or like I don't know what they use this for during the wedding back like 55 years ago. And we actually recently used this during Chinese New Year to like lo hei, you know, like to do all the tossing the vegetables and salmon and everything. So yeah, so that we've been using this is like a family treasure maybe. That's how I can describe it. Yeah, it's like 50 something years old and still going strong. Like you know the color composition is still really good and it's like not cracked or rusty or anything. So yeah, this represents Asia to me, and yeah, thanks for listening to my show and tell, I suppose. Yeah, and I really had fun with this module actually because it's like talking about like Asian culture, and I'm like I love anything like cultural related. Like I like to learn about different history, the culture behind places, buildings, monuments, symbols, and rituals and whatever. Yeah, all these kind of things excite me. I had fun doing the tutorial. Like, I get to listen to other people share their stories. We get to have like meaningful class discussions and whatnot. Yeah, right now I will go and take a shower and do more work. Yeah, I have a lot of work to do. And yes, tomorrow is Tuesday, and the thing about Tuesday, right, is that I have no tutorials and no lectures. But yeah, I have to catch up on some like e-lectures, and I have to do readings for Wednesday. And I'm meeting some people tomorrow. I'm meeting a friend tomorrow. We're going to do like some fitness stuff, because my IPPT is coming up. I want to start training for it. And after that, I will be meeting a friend. And after that, I'm going for CCA. Yeah, so I can maybe bring you all through my CCA for tomorrow's segment. And yeah, so that's about it for today. I will be doing my work and hopefully I will sleep early tonight. Yeah, so see you tomorrow. Good morning everyone! Okay, so now it's about 7:30 AM on a Tuesday morning. Yeah, I didn't know why I need to wake up so early today, but I'm meeting my friend later for a morning run. So yeah, this is my first time running in NUS actually. I think it might be raining later in the morning, so I'm gonna try to wake up early and yeah, I'm gonna go running. Hello! Hey, so now we finally reached the track, about to run soon. Hey. Hey, just finished today's session. I feel like it's been so long since I did PT like this aggressive. But yeah, thanks to my man Raijin for helping me out today. Yeah. Okay, I'll see y'all later. Bye. Hi everyone. Okay, so now I am back in my room. So I finished showered, I had my lunch, and I went to take a nap just now, a pretty long afternoon nap after the run. And yeah, I feel recharged finally for the first time in like weeks, I suppose. So yeah, later around 5 PM, I'll be meeting my friend for dinner. And before that, I will want to complete some readings. So the thing about PPE, right, is that a lot of the modules, for example, like politics or econs or like even like the introduction to PPE modules, they have a lot of readings to complete. So right now I have to complete some readings for my political science lecture that's happening tomorrow at 10 AM. Yeah, so I will be reading the readings, and those readings are quite long and we have quite a few readings to complete. So I'll try to do as much as I can, and yeah, I will just go for dinner afterwards. Hi everyone. Okay, so now it's night time already, and yeah, from where we left off, I had my CCA session just now at Central Library in NUS. After that, I came back to my room, showered, and then did my readings, and now I'm trying to just like boil my water for tomorrow's use. Okay, so maybe before we continue, maybe I can share about what CCA I'm in. So I'm in this Facilitators NUS club. So what we do, right, is actually we facilitate group discussions. We focus a lot on experiential learning through activities and games. Yeah, so it's generally what we do. And honestly, I really had so much fun in this CCA for like the past few months, yeah, for the whole semester for the last semester especially, because you learn a lot of like really good skills like communication with people, teamwork, leadership. You get to learn about all this through very fun activities that's engaging, and get to have like very meaningful conversations with your friends. So that's like something very rare, and I'm so glad I get to do this every week. Okay, so I came into my room, right, and I realized I have to do like 3 readings before tomorrow's lecture. It is mentally very tedious for me because, right, like these 3 readings total up to like over 30 pages worth of content, and it's like academic writing. It's not like easy, simple to read kind of writing. So yeah, my brain is like fried already. And I think there's this one side of student life that like most people don't really talk about on YouTube, I suppose. It's like their burnout is really real. Like, as much as I don't want to say like I burn out, right? Well, honestly, this burnout kind of feels very apparent every single day. I think for me, like especially when I'm very tired, right, it's like it's not about like getting enough sleep, because sometimes you couldn't even get the sleep you want. You can't even fall asleep. Yeah, so what I do is like I have this tendency to just like aimlessly scroll on like social media, just use my phone, and like basically procrastinating, and it's not very healthy, I guess. But the thing is, sometimes it's very hard to get out of this cycle, and that is something I'm still working on. So yeah, just tough. Like student life is really tough. And yeah, now my water is about to finish boiling, and maybe you can hear the click when it's done. Ah yeah, there it goes, the click. So I'm gonna bring this kettle back to my room. Maybe I'll finish up a bit more of my readings, and I'll try to go to sleep, and see y'all for lecture tomorrow.
System, like the university allows you to use this, but you have obviously ways of recourse, things like feedback systems and things like that allow you to express the fact that states and governments and trust power over individuals, and individuals want to make sure that their powers are.
Hi everyone, so here's a quick Wednesday update. So yeah, okay, so today, right, I actually have 2 online lectures in the morning. So from 10 to 12 and 12 to 2. So from 10 to 12 I had this political science lecture. After that, from 12 to 2 is this Asian Connections lecture. And I was so tired because, right, these 2 modules, right, they kind of have readings for me to complete, and I completed them pretty late last night, so I could barely even wake up to attend the online lectures. Okay, so after the first lecture, right, I went to take a short nap because I was really tired. But then when I wake up, I'm already like 10 minutes late for my next lecture, so I was like, oh no. But I think it's okay because the lecture for today for the Asian Connections is kind of just going through the assessment details, like what do we need to do for our essays and everything. And I think it's okay, and it's recorded also, so like okay, I can just relook it again afterwards. I was watching another lecture. Oh my goodness, this is not like a live lecture or anything, but it's like a pre-lecture video. Yeah, these kind of things exist in NUS. Pre-lecture video for my lecture tomorrow, which is the Introduction to PPE module. Yeah, Introduction to Philosophy, Politics and Econs. And yeah, I was watching this half an hour long lecture video. Now I'm about to prepare to go for my next lecture, which is a physical lecture at FASS. Yeah. Hi everyone. Okay, so I'm back. Okay, so just now I went to near Clementi Mall with the art friend. I bought some art supplies because this Friday I'll be meeting my friends to do some art and craft related things for an upcoming project. So yeah, stay tuned to find out. And yeah, so now I'm continuing more work as always. Like I feel like the work is never ending. Like I cannot even take a proper break at all. Yeah, so I'm rushing this assignment for my module on design thinking. So this entire design thinking module is about how we can improve our steps in designing and basically look at the different stages of designing, what are some ways to streamline the process, come up with new ideas and everything. But honestly, right, this is actually more difficult than I expect. Because for me, right, I feel like in general I'm a very creative person. Like I like to do a lot of creative stuff, like making YouTube videos and like just doing lots of things. But the thing about this particular design thinking, right, it kind of feels like more like an engineering kind of design, not so much like a abstract concept kind of design, So yeah, because right now our theme for this semester is on household chores and how we can improve household chores. So what I did, right, basically is to zoom in into a specific household chore that you feel like can be improved. So you have to use that as the starting point and then come up with ideas on like what aspect of this household chore makes it bad, makes it undesirable, makes it difficult to do, for example. Then they come up with like ideas, solutions and everything. I don't know. I have to squeeze out all the remaining brain juices I have just to finish this assignment. And it's due this Friday, so like I don't have much time. I have to like really rush everything. Yeah, so this is the problem with like university education, I think. Like not throwing shit at anybody or any organization or whatever, right? But I feel like sometimes the content is very interesting, but you have to chase for deadlines, you have to like rush everything, you have to like submit proposals, submit your work and everything. All this kind of like takes away the joy of like learning, I feel. So yeah, there's a distinction for me between like learning and studying. Like obviously, like I don't really like to study, but I like to learn new things. But yeah, so now I'm just trying to find my purpose, Okay, so I remember I heard some really good advice from, other people where they say like, oh, sometimes, you're stuck in situations where you don't really want to be in. For example, like you don't want to study this module, but it's like a compulsory module they must take. Or like for example, like, oh, you're in national service and NS, you cannot do anything about it. So the advice I got, right, is that you just make full use out of it. Just like create a piece of work that I'm proud of. And I think that is actually like my driving force. Like last semester I had this essay writing module. You have to write an essay on the topic that is not even related to what I major in. Yeah, anyway, fun facts about social linguistics, which is actually really fun. Yeah, so like I remember the TA, right, the teaching assistant for the module told us that like, oh no, I know a lot of you don't want to like write this essay and everything, but since you have to write an essay, why not make an essay that you are proud of, they can bring home and show other people that, oh, I'm proud of this work that I've done. So like I feel like that's what I'm trying to do. Even though like I don't really like the idea of like designing solutions for household chores because it's like so difficult. But since I'm already in this, I might as well make full use out of it and create the best product, the best solution I can come up with. So I think you have to have a lot of those like mindset shifts, when you enter university. That's my biggest takeaway for today. Yeah, so I have to try my best to rush this. And tomorrow I have a lecture at 2 p.m. So I will wake up in the morning, complete the reading for the lecture because I haven't done the reading yet. So I will read the reading tomorrow. I have an early lunch and then I will go for lecture. And then I will go home. Yeah, because I don't have lessons on like even week Fridays. So yeah, by this Friday I have something going on and you will find out. Yep, so watch to the end of this video. everyone! Okay, so now I am back from class. So basically the lecture I attended just now was for the Introduction to Philosophy, Politics and Economics module. Okay, I think I haven't properly introduced what PPE is to everybody, but essentially PPE, right? Like a lot of people think that PPE is like 3 majors in one kind of thing, which is partially correct, but not so much. It's actually studying the intersections between like philosophy, politics and economics, like these 3 fields, like the intersection between them and how we can like model social behavior, we can like analyze these kind of situations with this new found perspective. I think this is how I view PPE to be. So actually for this particular module, right, what we actually study, right, is actually about rational behavior. And I think it's something about how like we have to put everything under rational scrutiny to find out how like public policy works, find out how the economy works, and things along those lines. Okay, so for the first 2 weeks of this module, right, like what we learn in lecture is kind of like we started from individual decision making about how like rational agents like us, we probably do things to maximize utility, maximize our happiness, and after that we kind of we shift this focus from like individual decision making to like decision making in a group context. So like things like game theory and prisoner's dilemma starts to kick in. It's like if you and another person, you're placing a bet, like what are the odds of you winning or losing? Should you take part in this? Should you not take part in this? And yeah, a lot of these applications. And from those small interactions between you and another person, we branch out to like the entire society in general, like a whole organization, a whole society, how it works, collective decision making, which is a bit different. The focus is different because you realize that individuals have their own preferences and personal beliefs, but when it comes to collective decision making, people might actually adopt a different point of view. And it's kind of like just try to analyze and learn about all this, which is quite fun, but it's very conceptual, very theoretical, and quite abstract at times. Like just after my lecture, right? Like the first half of the lecture was still okay, like I kind of get it. Towards the second half of this lecture, right, I'm just like completely gone. My mind is completely blank afterwards. So yeah, to just back up and let's read my readings, try to understand what they're talking about. Based on what I understand, this is like how PPE is supposed to run, and for us, right, like each semester we'll be taking different modules from like the actual like philosophy department, politics department, economics department. So for this semester, my philosophy module I'm taking is logic, which I have not done any work for this week. So maybe I will show you what I do for logic, maybe like tomorrow or something. And political science. And also for political science, I'm taking the introduction to political science because I didn't take any of those modules last semester. And for this semester's economics module is on like I forgot what's the title for it, but it's like the math that you need for econs. So we learn a lot of like calculus, optimization and things like this, which is quite tough because it's a lot of math and you have to rush through lots of math. So yeah, this is essentially the main focus for this semester for me. And I'm going home today. Yay! Yeah, because for my timetable, right, like it's like odd weeks and even weeks I have different lessons. So I have lessons on odd week Fridays, but I don't have lessons on even week Fridays. So I'll be going back home, and yeah, I'll be rushing my work because my design thinking assignment is due tomorrow. I want to try to finish it by tonight. And tomorrow I'll be having a Zoom meeting with my friend early in the morning. And after that, I will be going over to NTU to meet my friend. Yeah, I'll be doing some art stuff together, I think. Yeah, it'll be quite fun. So in the meantime, I'll try to like finish my work in time. So it's going to be tiring, but we gotta do what we gotta do, right? So hi everyone! Okay, so now I'm back at home and I'll be baking a cake. So yeah, we'll start baking now. a cake today. Woo.
This is our cutting ceremony.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how many pieces should we cut. It has to be like multiple of 3.
I think we can cut like slices and eat more slices.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Roughly, I don't really know.
Like we can cut
I think
slices,
just
right?
cut
Then each of us
slices.
eat like 5 slices. You know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll just cut half and half and half and half of half.
Okay.
Okay, maybe I cut the first slice, someone can cut the second one. Then you cut the third one. Yes, like
This is too ceremonial.
Be honest. Oh, it's so nice to cut. It's like,
Yeah, it's like butter.
yeah.
Yeah.
So flat.
Yesterday, right, while I'm waiting for the cake to bake, I was rushing my assignment, the design thinking assignment. I was like, okay, it's taking about 70 minutes, so I quickly do my work.
I want delicious.
Oh, thank you.
The taste a bit like tanginess. It reminds me of like cheese cake.
Hi everyone. Okay, so this is the evening on Sunday, and I finally finished my weekend. So yeah, this week in my life vlog comes to a conclusion today. Yeah. Okay, so maybe I will share with all of you a quick run through of how my weekend went. So obviously you can tell I just finished a run. Really tiring, but I think I did some improvements. Yeah, my timing for my 2.4 km run I think kind of improved a pretty fair bit. Kind of happy about that. And yeah, okay, so where did I begin? Okay, so on Friday, I went to my friend's hostel. We did some art and craft stuff together. Saturday, I just slept in, rested a bit, did some work. Yeah, I was mainly catching up my lecture videos for my logic module, which is a module under philosophy. And one thing about logic, right, there's so many weird symbols in the the values, like the truth values, truth tables, things like this. So a bit difficult, I feel. And for logic, it's quite an abstract concept for me, so it takes me some time to get used to it and understand it completely. So yeah, I went to watch 2 weeks worth of lectures because I skipped last week's lecture. And yeah, I finished a tutorial for that. And also rushed my econs tutorial. And my econs tutorial, the topic for this tutorial this week, right, is on integration. And I kind of forgot a lot of my integration back when I was in junior college and things like this. I forgot just so much math. So yeah, I spent quite some time, googling formulas and finding out how to solve those equations. Yeah, it's quite tiring. And yeah, so on Saturday evening, I had a mini family bonding time. We just sat around, we low hay again, and we watched some BTS. Yeah, we listened to music and chill together. Yeah, that's how we mainly do it in my household. For today, nothing eventful, I guess. I went out for lunch with my mom. We had a quick lunch, came back and rushed more work, and after that I came out for this run. Yeah, so this marks the end of my week, and I hope all of you enjoyed this video. So if there are any kind of videos that you want me to do in the future, anything related to PPE, anything related to NUS, anything academic related that I can help, feel free to comment down below and give some suggestions. I will gladly attend to them. If you enjoyed today's video, do remember to like, share, subscribe, and yes, see you in the next video. Bye!